passing it around.
And then on that ball movement point, there was one play late in the second. It was like 5-6 passes. Al finished at the end there. You've had a lot of sequences like that this year. How did you get to a point where, you're stringing out those possessions for 5, 6, 7 passes sometimes?
Yeah, it was fun. It was actually hilarious because I think in that one possession, JB ball faked me twice to the corner. And he ball faked me, took a dribble, ball faked me again, and threw it to JT. And JT threw it to Al and laid it up. But I was sitting there, I was like, I'm kind of open. But I was like, you know what? We got a layup, so let me get back on defense. So it was kind of cool. Just that possession, it was so exciting just be on the floor with that because each and every one of us are just out there trusting one another, having fun. And that's when it's a team and you really have success.
Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. After a Game 2 win for the Celtics,
huge win.
Ton to discuss.
Yeah.
Ton of huge performances in this one to bounce back from that Game 1 disappointment. And we could start with Jaylen Brown, but I'm going to go with the Brownie Award winner from tonight's post-game show.
Give it to Grant. Let's
Grant Williams, 21 points, 6 of 9 from 3, and that doesn't even get to his passing out of the corner, which was prolific. But number one, he was an outlet for Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, whoever needed him, weak side, he was going to be there, and he was either going to hit a shot or make a play. And that was basically his job, and that's what he did.
And he was a thorn in Milwaukee's side, Bobby. I feel like he was everywhere in terms of switching. I thought he did a tremendous job on Giannis.
We got to get to the defense.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess I want to start there. But, that's what catapults the offense. I mean, that's sort of been the story, for a lot of these guys, or the team as a whole, rather. But with Grant Williams, man, it's like when he finds his zone, it's just like, man, it's not one of those situations where you're like, okay, ISO ball, let Grant do his thing. No, he picks his spots. He knows exactly what he wants to do. He anticipates, on defense. I just, honestly, but I feel like it's his IQ at this point. I mean, we're starting to see that in the maturation of Grant. It's been huge in the postseason. But, yeah, man, I think the way he set the tone on defense is what really impressed me. And then the offense, the three-point shooting, the passing. He's almost like a young Al Horford.
Mini Al is what Ime said.
Yeah, exactly. He nailed it when he said that. Like a mini Al, but like a Grant-like version of that, which is like this slender, the way he's been able to keep up on defense. It's just been I don't want to call it a 180, but it's a huge improvement from the Grant that we saw last year.
Oh, could you imagine 5 guys in the crowd sporting Grant 1 year ago?
You weren't seeing that last year, right?
It would have been WAIVE.
Probably, yeah.
That's what everyone was talking about in our comments. Get rid of Grant. It's unfathomable what he's become. I mean, a lockdown guy, one-on-one, I'm going to be on an island is what he said after the game against Giannis, and he took advantage of it. They didn't want to double him. I'm glad you brought up the defense because him and Horford, they wanted those guys, the stronger power forward center types in there against Giannis so they could hold down his drives one-on-one. And that let them shut down the Bucks to 16% shooting from 3. But as for the offense, you talked about the IQ. He, at shoot-around today, knew exactly what they needed to do in terms of dump-offs, where to find their reads in the lane, attacking closeouts. They knew that the Bucks were going to be closing out hard, aggressively, and he killed them with pump fakes, hit sidestep threes, attack closeouts, and he just keeps adding these layers to his game. He even tried to attack Lopez and them inside, which didn't go as well, but he was aggressive.
That's exactly what you want out of him. You want to be fearless out there, and that's exactly what you saw against those bigs, which was the complete opposite of Game 1, where I just felt like the Celtics were just bullied, and you could throw Grant in that as well. It just seemed like they wanted it more, and they were making the Celtics uncomfortable, and they were making them do things that they wanted, that the Bucks wanted them to do on offense, and Grant just wouldn't allow that this time around. So I thought he was big, man. The loss of Marcus Smart, I feel like, helped this team in a big way. But you got to give credit also to Grant Williams as a whole, just who he has been as a player all season long, and this evolution of him, with Ime Udoka and the system and how he's just adapted so easily, and it continues to evolve.
Head to HelloFresh.com/playoff16. Josue said it earlier, 16 wins for a championship. Playoffs 16, HelloFresh.com/playoff16. That's 16 free meals, 3 free gifts, all at your doorstep. That's like a month's worth of food.
Win number 6 for the Celtics, so
and
for people out there keeping count.
And if you see the time behind us, midnight, we got to go home and get that HelloFresh rolling. It's prepackaged, there's instructions, it's easy.
Absolutely.
So HelloFresh.com/playoff16. I'm Bobby Manning. He is Josue Pavon. Check out our practice coverage through the end of the week. 3 days off here. There'll be some sessions for the Celtics. We'll have the videos after on Celtics All Access as well as CLNS Media on YouTube. Then we're off to Milwaukee Saturday, 3:30 tip, Game 3. Josue, Sherrod, and I will all be out there for CLNS. And for CLNS Media, Celtics win 109-86, tie the series 1-1. We'll see you later in the week.